Okay, so we are back, and I want us to move on to work on the login for both the credentials and the social login. Alright, so let's not waste too much time. First of all, let's work on the credentials login, right? And then for that, what we are going to use is, let us quickly cut this out, and we're going to say sign in. And then this sign in that we are taking it from the NextAuth React. So I'll just hit enter. We'll open this up. We'll bring this double quotes, and then inside we write the credentials. Then after, we just come with a comma, then we create an object, or we open up an object. And then inside we spread the data that we are receiving from the form, and then we set the redirect to false. Set the redirect to false. Let me cut this out. Then after setting it to false, what we are going to do is we're quickly going to come here and then say then after that we'll call this callback. Then after the callback, we make sure that we check. So we say if callback dot error, right? If callback dot error, what do we want to do? Or if there's an error in the callback, what do we want to do? We want to take the toast, right? We want to take the toast and set. So we say toast dot error, and then we'll say what? Callback error. Okay, we can either say callback error, or we can just say something like invalid credentials. Okay, so let me remove this one, so we rewrite it, or let me just say invalid credentials, right? Nice. And then right after here, we are going to do another check. We are going to say that if we check callback and then callback is okay, right? If you check callback and it's okay and there's also no error, then what we are going to do is we're going to come down here and then say toast dot success. Then we say what? Logged in successfully. Right after doing this, what do we want to do next? Let's close this. Then what do we want to do? We want to come down here and then say that, oh, after logging in, let's check. After logging in, or after doing whatever you want to do, finally we want to make sure that we are setting is loading to what? False. Okay, nicely done. Okay, so now that we understand how this has all panned out, what we want to quickly do is we want to quickly come here and then test. When we go into, let me go into the database and clear everything. So I'll quickly come here and clear, and I'll come to the accounts as well. Okay, I think it was the accounts that I cleared, so I'll just scroll down to the user and I'll delete everything. Okay, nice. Then right after doing that, let's get back into the project here, and then I'll quickly create an account, like a test account, right? And then we'll try with that one first. So okay, I need to let's refresh this. Okay, so we just refreshed it. Then I'll click on create account. I'll come here and say test. Now say test at gmail.com. Then I'll come down here and say test for the password, right? Then right after doing that, we hit register, and as you can see, account created successfully. What we are going to do is we're going to come to the login, and then we are going to hit sign in. Okay, yes, this error. So in order for us to be able to fix this error, I don't know how I forgot to do this the other time, but we actually have to export. So we come here and then we'll come and create this handler. So you see handler is equal to next auth, then you pass in the auth options, then at the end here you export handler as get and then handler as post, right? That is it. And we also have to make sure that the next auth secret is available, and as you can see the other time we made sure that it was available. Now that we have been able to set this up, let's quickly go back and I would, okay, nice. So right after, let us quickly pass it in. So test@gmail.com, then we'll hit sign in and it says logged in successfully. All right, that is awesome. Now we want to be able to sign in with both our Google and our GitHub, right? So in order for us to be able to do that, we need to go to GitHub, and I'm sure that most of you, when you go to GitHub, you'll be either a profile or repositories or whatever, but what you want to do is you want to make sure that when you come here, you go to your settings and you scroll right down below, like think right around here, developer settings, and you're going to have to add an OAuth app, right? So you click on new OAuth app and you're going to have to pass in the name, so neural messenger, so or neural feed messenger, yes, neural feed messenger. Then for the home page URL, what you're going to pass in here is what, http, then your localhost, localhost 3000, noise. Then right after that, what we are going to do is, you see the callback URL here, don't worry, it's still the same thing basically. So you just pass it in, noise. Then right after you're done, leave everything like how it is and just register your application, right? So right after registering your application here, what you want to do is, first of all, you want to take this your client ID that you got from GitHub, right? You want to take this client ID that you got and you want to basically come to your .env here, and then you pass it into your GitHub client ID. And when you're done, you want to make sure you create your client secret. So you click on generate new client secret and you can just copy it and then come and paste it right here. Awesome. So right after doing that, let's make sure we go back and check, make sure that everything is intact. So we have GitHub client ID, GitHub client secret, and you can see this is GitHub ID, GitHub secret, and that is a mistake. So we are going to have to fix that. Noise. Okay, so this has become exactly how we set it to be. Okay, so now that we have this working like how we want it to work, let us quickly go back here, and I think we need to write the function for that one too as well. Now because if you click on this, nothing will happen, right? It just sets it to true, it just sets its loading to true. So let us quickly write the function to handle our social action, right? So I'm just going to come down here, and after coming down, what we want to do is we want to say sign in. So we want to say sign in, then we'll open it up with the brackets, then we'll pass in the action, then after the action we'll bring our comma, and then we'll say redirect. We set that to false for now, and when we are done, we want to make sure that we come here and then click on then. So right after, then we just write our call back. Okay, then after the callback, you make sure that you do those checks that we did check on the other time. So with that, we can just scroll up a bit and copy so that we don't have to keep rewriting them. So I can just copy from here to here, and I'll just come and write. So I'll just say, yeah, and then we just clean this one. Nice. Okay, so this is just some nice quick formatting that we are doing. Nice. So this is just some quick formatting. Nicely done. Okay, so but now that we've been able to set this up, what we want to do is, if we have this, we can just write something like invalid credentials, or we can write something went wrong with your social login. So let me just automatically fill it. So something went wrong with your social login. Then right after that, we want to say that, okay, in case everything is successful, just log in. Just write login successfully. Okay, nice. So after setting this up, what we want to do is, or just so you understand what is going on, this is the social action, right? And then when we check here, we are passing in certain actions. So you can see this is Google, and then this is GitHub. So after passing in those actions, they are just going to run through this same function and then do what they're supposed to do automatically, right? So now that we've set it up for GitHub, what we are going to do is just quickly come to mongodb and then make sure that everything here has been cleared, both user and also the account. So I'll just delete everything that is here. Now the reason why I'm making us delete this is, if we had tried it, we would only be able to create an account but no user, and that is clearly because we are already having another user inside the account. Like the user is already logged in, so it's going to be causing little issues like these. That is why I wanted us to clear everything. Okay, so everything is gone now, 100%. Then right after doing that, we want to make sure we refresh, make sure that everything is cleared. I think to some extent some would want to clear everything, like as in cache. You want to clear your cache. I don't know, I think I'll have to find out how to do that from this place. But yeah, like you want to also be able to clear your cache or cache. I don't know the pronunciation, but yeah, something similar to that. I think it should be a memory, or yeah, collect garbage. Is it collect garbage? Clear all profiles? No, I don't think so. But yeah, you basically get the idea, right? Okay, I'm not seeing card. Is this card? Okay, there's nothing here. So yeah, but basically, some would want to do that. That's no problem. So after doing that, you can just refresh, and you can click on your GitHub. It's going to navigate you to the GitHub sign in page, and then you just click on authorize, and then you'll be sent back to the localhost 3000. You can see that we are here now. When we come inside and we come and refresh, you realize that we have this document here, and when you come here and come and refresh, you have this one too here as well. Nicely done. Okay, so after we have been able to set this up nicely, what else do we want to work on? We want to work on the Google sign in. Okay, so for the Google one, what we want to do is we want to go to the cloud.google.com. so if you go to Google Cloud, so Google Cloud platform, right? So you can just come, there's the second one, so you can just click on Cloud Console, which is the second one. And okay, so right now it says you are working in Neural Feed Messenger. This one I've already created it. I was trying to find a way to delete it, but I don't know, maybe it's because I didn't spend much time trying to find out how to delete it. But I don't know, my personal opinion, with Google Cloud is, I don't know, some little things to do, they make it, I don't know, complicated, difficult, I don't know, but hey, that's just my personal opinion. But what we are going to focus on is, let's create a new project. I want us to just create, a new project, and then use that so that I can just go through the steps as if it was a fresh project. So we'll just say neural feed messenger tutorial. Okay, then we'll create it. So after creating it, you realize that it will come here. Okay, so it's actually loading. Okay, so it's done. So I'll just select that project, and then you can see that now we are in neural feed messenger tutorial. Let me quickly expand this. Then we can just select the API services. If you're not seeing that one too, you can come here and click on this API and services. So after selecting that, it will take you to this page, and then you have to create your OAuth consent screen. And then for that, we are going to get a nice quick form that we are not going to do much with. So what we are going to do is, first of all, select external to make sure that anybody can access it. Then we are going to give the name to our project. So I'll just say neural feed messenger clone. Nice one. You can just give it any app name basically. Then you select the support email. Then you're going to leave everywhere. Maybe if you have your logo, you can just pass it in, but you can just leave all the fields and come and enter your developer email, developer contact info. Then when you're done, you just click on create or save. I don't know what was there. Yeah, save and continue. And then inside your scope, what you're going to do is you just leave it exactly how it is, and you just click on save and continue. You leave the test users exactly how it is and click on save and continue. Then once you are done, you just click on go back to dashboard. Nice one. So right after doing this, let's go into the credentials here, and then we are quickly going to create a credential for this. So here we click on create credentials, then we click on what? OAuth client ID. So for the OAuth client ID, we make sure that the application type, we select web application. Then we can just leave the name like this if we want to. Then right after that, you see the authorized redirect URLs. What we are going to do is we are going to basically do it like how we did it in GitHub, but we are just going to change it a bit. So it's going to be http / localhost, then we just pass in 3000 / API / auth / callback / callback. Okay, yeah, I think that's basically a / Google. Yeah, so yeah, so that is basically it. Then right after doing that, we can just hit on create, and then that should give us our client ID and client secret for us to work with. So let's quickly copy the client ID, go into the project and go into our .env here. Then we will just paste it here. Then we'll come and copy the client secret here, and then we'll go into the project to paste it. So client secret. Nice one. Okay, so now that we have both of these bad boys working now for us, let's quickly come to the auth form. Just do Ctrl+S to save and go into our project here. I just refresh to make sure that everything is okay. Let's not forget to clear this whole, so inside the account we clear everything that is here. We can check if it's gone. Yes, it's gone. Then inside the user here, we can just clear everything here and then refresh to see, make sure it's gone. Okay, yes, it's true, it's gone. Then right after doing that, what we are going to do is we are going to come here then we'll click on the Google. So after clicking on it, it should take us to the OAuth consent screen. Then we select soluservant, or basically your email or the email that you want to use. Then you just click on continue. Then it should bring us back to the local host 3000. Okay, so you can see that we are here now. In the next video, I'm going to make sure that we work on the redirect to our actual home page, or the actual messenger page, where we can actually interact and then chat with our users. And so yes, this for now, this is how we are going to be doing the OAuth for the Google and the GitHub, or basically the social OAuth, right? So that is basically it for this part of the video, and then hopefully I'll see you in the next one.